What to do in 2026, Part 1. We are now in 2026, and for many people, it does not feel like a fresh beginning. It feels heavier, more expensive, more uncertain. Inflation did not quietly disappear. Interest rates did not return to the levels people hoped for. Housing remains difficult to access. Markets move, but confidence does not follow. Everywhere there are warnings about debt, about governments, about currencies, about systems that appear fragile. This is usually the moment when fear takes control of financial decisions. People stop investing. They hold cash too long. They wait for certainty that never truly arrives. But here is the reality. There has never been a year without uncertainty. Long-term financial progress has never depended on certainty. It has always depended on discipline during uncertainty. This story is not about predicting the next crisis. It is about understanding what matters when the future feels unclear. Wealth is not built by reacting to headlines. It is built by positioning yourself correctly and staying patient. What to do in 2026, Part 2. When uncertainty rises, the human brain searches for safety. Unfortunately, it often chooses the wrong form of safety. In 2026, many people believe they are being careful by doing nothing. They delay investing. They sit on cash. They wait for a perfect entry point. But inactivity is still a decision, and often an expensive one. Inflation quietly erodes purchasing power. Cash feels safe while losing value. Fear disguises itself as responsibility. History repeats the same lesson. People wait for certainty. Markets move without them. Confidence returns only after prices rise. The cost of fear does not appear immediately. It appears years later, in lost compounding. You do not need perfect timing. You need consistency. 2026 is not about bold moves. It is about avoiding emotional mistakes. What to do in 2026, Part 3. In uncertain times, simplicity becomes an advantage. You do not need complexity. You do not need constant action. You need clarity. The fundamentals in 2026 remain unchanged. Live below your means. Maintain an emergency buffer. Invest consistently over time. Markets fluctuate, economies slow and recover. Inflation rises and falls, but disciplined behavior compounds quietly. The goal is not to win this year. The goal is to remain positioned for the next decade. Patience is not passive. It is an active decision to trust long-term principles over short-term fear.